आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Pakistan has no allies, not in Kabul, not in Washington, not in Beijing, not even in their own backyard of Islamabad. Ladies and gentlemen, the proxy empire is collapsing in real time. They are sitting on an active volcano. It's about to explode. Balochistan to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab to Sindh. Pakistan is burning. Today's visuals, heavy firing erupting in the Kandahar Shorabak district, where the Pakistan and Taliban army in that border area are clashing. It's a violent border. Pakistan television is censoring. There are reports that there are attempts by the Pakistani ISI to make sure these kind of visuals being shown on Republic do not get telecast or watched in Pakistan. There is no buffer zone, ladies and gentlemen. Afghanistan was seen to be a buffer zone earlier. It's a strategic nightmare. Pakistan is a rogue actor. In the international realm, there is no camaraderie with anyone. Pakistan is a country that has betrayed its allies, flouted the rules of international trade, exported terrorism from across the border, and now all their neighbors are fighting them back. Iran launched missile attacks on them in January last year. India reduced their terror camps to rubbles, and now they are being hit by the Taliban. Today is the 5th day of the Pakistan-Afghanistan war. It's becoming bigger, and Pakistan has not been able to respond to the pummeling that it is getting from the Afghans. The Afghan foreign minister is in fact saying nothing happens when the Pakistanis try to strike them. This is the latest soundbite of Mutaki, the visiting Afghan foreign minister. Let's play it.
काबुल में एक आवाज़ सुनाया तो रात भर उसकी जो तलाश हुआ अभी तक कोई नुकसान का कोई खबर नहीं आया है.
And while Pakistan is burning, Shehbaz Sharif is busy nominating Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is a prime minister who's not just a proxy. He's lost touch with what's actually happening in his own country. There he is standing, grinning, foolishly behind Trump. Every time Trump shows his teeth, he also opens his mouth. He's trying to look pleased, but the fact is he's in the last row. And this is what he said. He's nominating Trump. He's saying he is his president. Hear this.
Thank you very much, my dear President Trump. Today, again, I would like to nominate this great president for Nobel Peace Prize.
Okay, so that he is nominating the US president for the Nobel Peace Prize. 200 people were killed yesterday protesting against what is happening in Gaza, in Pakistan. And after the massacre of his own people, he's bootlicking Trump there. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is this. Pakistan is crumbling, its strategy is in ruins. Something very important is happening along the Pakistan-Afghan border, which is an unrecognized border. Afghanistan does not recognize it, but the streets of Pakistan are burning this very minute. A zillion times. If the ISI tries to stop this, they can't.
Pakistan and Afghanistan war has entered day 5. Strikes reported in Kandahar, Afghanistan in the last 24 hours. The Durand Line is still hot and tension seen on the streets and borders of Afghanistan.
ځاځي میدان باغ خوست دا ټول تیار دي نن نه تر پرونه ټول تیار سوي ولاړ دي چې دوی ته آماده سي غږ وشي او بل پاکستان د غوښتنه دغه ده چې لارې او تجارت ولې بندوي.
Republic spoke to Afghanistan's spokesperson for Home Affairs, who has warned Pakistan that if they escalate further, they should be ready for a response.
वो पिछले दिन में जो हुआ था तो मजबूरन हमें ये करना पड़ा, हमें इंतकामी ऑपरेशन करनी पड़ी कि उनको हमने अच्छी तरह तंदान शिकन जवाब दिया, यानी ऐसे जवाब दिया उनको अभी समझ आया होगा कि अफगान के साथ किस तरह ताल्लुकात रखने चाहिए.
While the Pakistani army is taking a beating on the Western Front, its government too is facing the fire in the assembly. This after Pakistan Defence Minister Khwaja Asif called Afghanistan an enemy nation.
Enough is enough. ये अब जो हमारे सब्र का पैमाना जो है पाकिस्तान की हुकूमत का, पाकिस्तान की अफवाज का जो है लबरेज हो चुका है. ना दहशतगर्दों के लिए कोई भी सॉफ्टनेस जो है, किसी किस्म की राय जो है वो अब टॉलरेबल नहीं है.
The Tehreek-e-Labbaik or TLP has created an internal rebellion kind of situation against the Pakistani forces, marching to Islamabad against their own government stand on the Israel-Gaza war. However, the Pakistani Prime Minister was far too busy in Sharm el-Sheikh singing praise of his new master, US President Donald Trump, who in a goof-up referred to as my dear president.
Mr. President, I would like to salute you for your exemplary leadership, visionary leadership, and I think that you are the man this world needed most at this point in time. World would always remember you.
Trump didn't miss a mark by giving a shout out to his favorite genocidal general.
Prime Minister Sharif of Pakistan, and also I have to say my favorite field marshal from Pakistan, who's not here, but the Prime Minister is here and you're going to give his regards. Where are you? There you go. Thank you very much.
This despite Trump himself hinting that he may intervene in the Afghanistan-Pakistan war, even as the Chinese break their silence.
中方真诚希望两国着眼大局，冷静克制，坚持通过对话协商妥善解决彼此关切，避免冲突升级，共同维护两国以及本地区的和平稳定。
With a beating on the front lines and in parliament, and rage brewing on the streets of Afghanistan, the crisis for Asim Munir and Shehbaz Sharif may just be beginning.
Okay, we are opening up the debate. What's the ground situation? Samar Paltur, what's the very latest? Because we saw all this happening right now and there's been a lot of censorship in Pakistan, so maybe they don't know. But it's become very hot along the Kandahar area, I'm told. Samar, what's the ground situation?
Well, for all the audience in Arnab, I returned today afternoon. I was there from the 6th of October. So today is the day that when I've returned and sufficient work has been done. But the ground situation that has come out in the open is basically places like Paktiya, Spin Bodlak and Dand Patan district have been hit real hard. And it is said that Pakistan military has been using drones to target the Taliban locations at night. And there have been heavy losses which has been reported on the Taliban side. However, the mountainous regions which are adjoining the northern and the northwestern part of POJK, the concentration of Taliban troops is continuing over there, and they are going in for the offensive in the mountainous regions. However, places like Kandahar are being bombed constantly by the Pakistan military with drones, and that is what is keeping Taliban on the back foot. And let's see what is to be there in the coming few days.
So you're saying that the Pakistan army is using drones in the Kandahar region, right? So you're saying that it's intensifying. General Bakshi, this situation, and General Bakshi is with us tonight, General G.D. Bakshi, India's most loved and respected defense analyst, and with deep understanding of the way these conflicts tend to escalate. General Bakshi, how are you seeing this? This has gone on for 6 days now, right? And the heavy firing erupted in Kandahar's Shorabag district. Now, the Taliban and Pakistan are continuing to clash along this very volatile border area. Pictures are coming out, which means something is happening on the ground. There's media censorship from the Pakistani side. They're not letting any media crews go close to the spot. And Taliban is saying that civilians are being killed. Taliban accused Pakistani border force of killing 7 Afghan civilians in Helmand's Bahramchar district and taking away their bodies to barter with those of 2 slain Pakistani soldiers. So 2 Pakistani soldiers, their bodies are on this side. Afghans are not returning their bodies. The Pakistanis are killing civilians and taking away their bodies. It's getting very messy. General Bakshi, where do you see this go, sir?
Only 2.
Arnab, in a very grandiloquent gesture,
Afghan-Pak
Asim
war.
Munir had asked the Pakistani Air Force to hit across and to try and show how militarily superior Pakistan is. Afghanistan lacks an air force, and Pakistan was trying to drive home the point that we can bomb the hell out of you anytime. What is worst is, Pakistan seems to have been told by Donald Trump, no less, that he expects Pakistan to, put so much pressure on the Taliban, on the Afghans, that they quietly hand over the Bagram air base to the Americans. It is a facile hope at best. This is the 3rd airstrike that Pakistan has launched, 3rd or 4th airstrike onto Afghanistan. You remember they had hit 2 villages earlier where 52 women and children were killed, right? Afghanistan is not exactly a pushover, just in case Pakistan has any delusions of grandeur. About 7 to 8 billion worth of weapons have been left behind by the Americans as a gift while departing Afghanistan in Joe Biden's first year of his presidency, right? And they are using this, including artillery, including drones, to attack the Pakistani border outposts. They claim to have killed about 56 Pakistani soldiers. Pakistanis in turn are making claims of having killed 200 Taliban and the militants who are, they claim, aligned with the Taliban.
Hashtag,
right?
I asked for it.
They claim to have done 200 in. But the fact of the matter is that Afghanistan is hitting back. And the worst hits will come not in it is not a strength of the Afghan army, conventional military operations, but they are past masters at guerrilla operations. The real problem will come with the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan and what it will do in India. Into Pakistan proper, in the cities of Pakistan. The Tehreek-e-Labbaik, which the ISI had raised and paid money to create problems in the time of Nawaz, in the time of Imran Khan, is now active again and protesting against this, the charade going on with Shahbaz Sharif singing paeans of praise of President Donald Trump in Sharm el-Sheikh and agreeing to provide a corps to disarm the Hamas. How that will go down with the Pakistani street remains to be seen. Pakistan is already on fire, right? And if Pakistan persists with trying to, show how militarily superior it is in conventional military terms against Afghanistan, well, India could equally put pressure on the line of control. India could equally put pressure on the line of control. That is the easiest way to help the Afghans. That is the easiest way to help the Afghans.
You have already
and
done
Pakistan
it.
would
And
do
you
well
failed
to keep
miserably.
a note. Pakistan would do well to keep a note of this. If it thinks that it can kick butt around on the pretext of getting the Bagram air base for the Americans, it may be inviting more trouble than it can chew. That is my very sage counsel to the
As far
Pakistanis
as
across.
Pakistan is concerned, sir,
I just
we
one
don't
point
want
tonight.
America
Major Nadeem, why are you taking away the bodies of civilians? This will only get worse. See, Major Nadeem, why not return the bodies of the civilians? You've taken the bodies of 7 civilians, Afghan civilians. They are not army people. And you've taken them back. You're refusing to. Why don't you return the bodies?
Okay, those who has crossed this line, right, our borders, they were inside our borders. They were not civilians. Don't call them civilians. They are terrorists, right? So we don't hand over, and we will, if they are terrorists, even then, we hand over the bodies to Afghans, right? And we will soon, right? And we have what Samar Saab is showing. He failed to show any fence, any border of Pakistan. What you are showing, the clips, are people moving and roaming here and there and moving here and there. The Shalwar Kameez, that is part of Afghanistan, not Pakistan.
If that is what you are perceiving, yes, we want you to perceive that.
The Pakistan army is wearing camouflage uniform. Show me, Samar Saab, you are showing the people in Shalwar Kameez. You were on the Afghan side and you were showing the pictures. Even the clip which you were showing on the right side of before this, that was from Afghanistan side. We have killed more than 200 Afghan soldiers, right? And we are not killing the civilians. You are talking about civilian, civilian is killed. Moreover, they cannot do anything. They don't have the heavy weapons.
Not a single photograph. There is not a single videograph. You have zero representation from your media, and you are giving us lectures.
The point is, in Afghanistan, there are now strong views as the war situation escalates. From Afghanistan, from Kabul, I have a very, very vocal person. His name is Ghafar Sultani. He's very angry with what Pakistan is doing. He's a very open and good speaker, and I brought him on my program so that he can give the sense of what the people of Afghanistan are thinking. Ghaffar, can you hear me? Ghaffar?
Hello, sir, Mr. Arnab, and all the participants, and to the whole audience, I want to send a hello. So, as an Afghan citizen, all of the people in Afghanistan are angry with the situation that is happening in the borders. As it is clear, we have the conflict with Pakistan on borders for more than 100 years, as this border has separated Afghan people into 2 parts. So always there exists a great conflict between Afghan and Pakistan soldiers. So again, what is happening nowadays, I think the situation could be avoided, but what the soldiers did was actually what Afghanistan people wanted, because they support this situation and they think that this war should end, but they, and on the other hand, they want to get their right. And what has happened to them actually, what the Taliban has done or what the soldiers has done is actually what the people want. So all the people are supporters of this situation.
You're saying that all the people of Afghanistan are supporting the Taliban's fight against Pakistan. That is a voice from Kabul, Raja Faisal. This is the voice of the people of Kabul. Yes. I want to ask you, why don't you return the bodies? See, why you can't start killing Afghan civilians and take their bodies away. It's bad. This is not how armies operate. Raja.
I have listened everyone with the full care, and I have been very patient because Asim, can you please let me speak?
Arnab,
Windows. Arnab, I was patiently listening everyone, and I want to reply.
Not this video.
First of all, Tur Saab, he's claiming that he's got the videos from the other side. I have seen few videos as well in which there is infighting amongst the different factions of Taliban going on. One of such examples is from Badakhshan, where there is one of the gold mines where two parties, they are fighting, and even ETIM fighters are siding with one of the parties. That is the ground realities. Yes, there are infightings within Taliban. Yes, there are few of the factions of Taliban, Afghan Taliban, who disagree with this fact that they should be applying Pashtun Wali on the terrorist. That TTP I'm talking about. They are not happy. They are not happy that TTP are in Afghanistan just because of TTP and PLA and PLF, they are getting this menace towards them. Of course, Pakistan is furious on that. Everyone knows, even this brother from Afghanistan, he knows that there is terrorism in Pakistan that is being originated from within Afghanistan. Now, this fighting which you are highlighting that there was on the border of Kandahar, there is something going on. Well, anything which is originating from within Afghanistan is being repelled. For 5 consecutive days, they have been seeking ceasefire. Pakistan said that we are not going to do anything against TTA. We are just going to bomb the places that are associating themselves or assisting TTP or any sort of terrorism. So that's what is going on. And yes, now there is a complete ceasefire. That ceasefire is being brokered by Saudi Arabia.
One minute.
Qatar.
Can I, Raja, see, in military terms, can I have 2 versus 2? It'd be so grateful if the producers could do that. Why have you not been able to respond militarily? ये बोलने वाली चीज़ें ठीक है, right? Asim is on, Asim and Raja. Pakistan has not been able to do anything militarily. After the hammering that the Afghanistan Taliban gave you, they hammered you, they finished you. They just smashed you 3 days back. You said then, your ISPR said we will give them a befitting reply. But till today, 3 days is the 4th day. Summer, they have not been able to do anything militarily. Now, whether they like it or not, this is the question they must answer. Right, Asim? Why are you a country incapable of defending yourself?
Asim.
Or have you accepted defeat?
Listen, well, first of all, you are asking about a narrative which is making by the Taliban, because the Muttakis here in the India and giving statements against Pakistan, you people are very happy. I know that. And especially while talking about the proxies working in Afghanistan, they were having a 4 camp in Kunad and Nuristan. Now they are having 27 camps against they are using the soil for Pakistan.
We have nothing to do with what is going on between Taliban and Pakistan. Samar, do we have anything to do with it? General Bakshi, do we have any? We have nothing to do with it.
Arnab,
we have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it. However, whatever construction work that has been going on is being maintained by us.
Samar Saab, hold on. This is the history of Afghanistan, 200 years of history. This is not written by Pakistani. J.S. Richards. He's telling the whole truth about the Afghan nature, Afghan people's nature. The way they are fighting each other since 200 years.
Now you're going to abuse the Afghans.
Now
the Pakistanis come on my program, start abusing Afghans.
Sir, tell me one thing. Why did you play double standards in attacking the Americans when they were fighting Afghanis?
Samar Saab, you should read this book. Even General Bakshi Saab, you should read this book.
With the Americans.
You should read
know
this
the Americans blame the loss in Afghanistan on ISI, the double standard.
This is the psychotherapy of Afghanis.
Being detected in Ahmedabad after Osama was caught in Ahmedabad, they did not inform you because they knew that had they informed the Pakistan agencies that they are going in for Operation Neptune.
You are in a denial mode. You are creating a narrative which is concocted, and your Bollywood drama thing is not working here.
You have deceived the Americans. You have betrayed and deceived the Taliban, and now it is your own snake in your backyard that is getting at you.
No way.
You could not do anything when APS Peshawar happened.
You are just showing your frustration.
And it is all your doing. You were hand in glove with the Haqqani network. Today, who is fighting against the Haqqani network? You. The Americans walked away from you.
From this book.
You have been left in the... I am telling you, you will be the next Ukraine of South Asia. Americans will move away. You will be left fighting out with the
saying anything, go
Taliban,
and read this
with
book.
the TTP, BLA, BRF.
You people are
The
just
fact is that there is a very
know the
very
history of
strong
Afghans.
situation, and we can put the news regarding this on the breaking news grids out there. You see, this is not Taliban which is happening out there. The people of Afghanistan are very angry. We have a situation where the Pakistani army goes in, kills a few civilians and refuses to hand over their bodies. First of all, which professional army? General Bakshi
Arnab
does
sir,
this.
who will decide that they were civilians or terrorists? Who will decide? You?
They are not members of the army. They are not members of the army.
Sir,
You will
no.
decide.
Please
How
give
can
us
you
the
say?
proof of
Do you have any
200
proof?
Talibans killed also.
Do you have any proof?
Sir, there are video
The fact
of
is
No, wait, no,
the fact is that you have created a humanitarian crisis right now. You have created a humanitarian crisis through the entire Durand Line, viewers. Viewers, the Durand Line. There is a decades-old policy. The Durand Line is a flashpoint.
It's not Durand Line.
People are dying across the Durand Line.
Frontier or history of Anglo-Afghan wars. D.S. Richards.
Sir, forget
you
about the
must
history.
Read this book,
You
please.
have tampered with the
Before
history.
anything, you must read this book. This is a filth and the bloody history of Afghans.
Without
You should
their
go,
consent.
Samar Saab, you should read this book.
Sir, I will read it, but let me tell you one thing. When Operation Enduring Freedom started, the Pakistan forces moved ample number of kilometers beyond the Durand Line. You also know it. We also know it. And after Operation Enduring Freedom, none of the Pakistan forces moved back. Today, these are the places which have become a flashpoint. Who's doing is it? Whose ignorance was it?
No, okay, I don't want to go into history.
Today,
I want General Bakshi to come in. I would like General Bakshi to come in. Samar, please give way to General Bakshi for a moment. This whole thing that you're seeing today, viewers, there's a terrible war that is happening. First of all, I want to reiterate this point. Why does the rest of the global media and the Indian media and the Pakistani media not report on the terrible Pakistan-Afghan war? From the Pakistani side, it is because the media is controlled. You're not being allowed to go into that area. From the Western side, because beyond Gaza, they don't think there is a world which exists to report. BBC and CNN can't see beyond Gaza. But the problem is also on the Indian side. We need to talk about what is happening there. It's a very serious situation. Samar has been the only Indian journalist who has been reporting live from that region. Now, General Bakshi, they are fighting with their own creation. This is their creation. They were using these groups to control Afghanistan. That has snapped. Can the Pakistanis get back and make peace with the TTP? Can they say that, listen, it's going to be too much trouble for us. We don't have enough army to deploy constantly or to add more people, more corps. If they add one more corps, they are finished because they have nobody to defend from the Indian border. The Indian border will be khali. But can they, in order to avoid that situation, make peace with the TTP, or has it gone beyond that? General Bakshi.
You know, the problem with Pakistan is, Arnab, that they have into a newfound love fest with Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States. They are tripping over themselves in their anxiety to please Donald Trump. You know, they went around, just wait a minute. They went around trying to promise them that we will deliver Bagram. Leave the Afghans to us, we know how to kick them around, right? You are going to buy deep trouble. The Soviets tried to kick the Afghans around, they failed. The Americans tried to kick the Afghans around for 20 years and they had to leave in shame and ignominy. We haven't seen a greater botched up withdrawal of any armed forces anywhere. Now Pakistan is having delusions of grandeur. Asim Munir is going around promising Bagram air base to Donald Trump. He says, I know how to deal with them. Starve them into surrender. I will kick their butts. I'll use my F-16s. I'll use my JF-16s with glide-toss bombs to bomb the Afghans into submission.
I want to reply.
I hope you remember that the Americans tried their daisy cutters, the mother of all bombs, and they couldn't do a fig to the Pathans, right? They couldn't do a fig to the Pathans. You might have a wrong notion that in conventional military terms, you are far superior to the Taliban. Maybe to an extent you are. Maybe to an extent you are. But crossing swords with the Pathans will get you bogged down in endless guerrilla warfare. That was the end of the Soviet army. That was the end of the American army.
Can I respond?
You are doing it at your own peril. Because Asim Munir wants to please Donald Trump, he has said, I will provide a corps worth of troops to disarm the Hamas in Gaza. Disarm the Hamas in Gaza. I asked Major Nadeem, where is that Major Saab of yours?
Bring him back.
Which corps are you going to take out and send to Gaza?
Back with Raja.
No, Nadeem. And I hope you are from a combat arm.
And is in love with us.
Right, you are not a left-hand salute type.
Why America has left
अबे
you,
वो
sir?
लव शब्द छोड़ दे, तू
You
मेरे को
are
ये
a
बता
dangerous
कि
game.
आपका कौन सा कोर गाजा जाएगा? नदीम, boy, Major Nadeem, my boy, just let me know which corps are you going to send to Gaza?
Saudi Arab and one corps minus will, inshallah, you will see, will go to Gaza as well, right? If we are asked to perform that duty,
one corps
we
will go to Gaza as well.
Look at him.
Because
Thank you from the bottom of our heart.
He says today, one minute, look at what he is saying. Viewers of Republic, please note, a Pakistani military officer says, if our God and our Lord and Master, Donald Trump tells us to go to Gaza, we'll go to Gaza. If Donald Trump tells us to go to Antarctica, we'll go to Antarctica. If Donald Trump says, Jahannum mein jao, to hum Jahannum mein chale jayenge. He's saying it, look at the tone. Are you seeing that, viewers? ये कह रहे हैं कि डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प जहां बोलेंगे हम चले जाएंगे, हम बगराम ले लेंगे, हम गाजा चले जाएंगे. ये कोई आपकी कोई मतलब इतने बेशरम हो गए आप लोग. कोई शर्म, कोई हया रखो. आप बोल रहे हो कि डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प जो भी करेगा वो कर देंगे.
तो आप रखें,
आप गाजा भेजोगे.
एक दिया गोश्त उठाकर, और अब वो पाकिस्तान हो,
ये इजरायली आर्मी के साथ ज्वाइन करेंगे हाथ गाजा में जाके. यही देखना बाकी था. Are you seeing that? He's saying we will work with the Israeli army in Gaza. ये बड़ी, this is a controversial comment, Samar.
The rackages, the wrath.
आप देखें, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं जो आपने हरकत टीएलपी के
with the Israeli army. Raja, wait here.
Not be surprised. TLP might become a terrorist organization. They will pick up arms. TLP का जिस तरीके से आपने कत्लेआम किया है, अब आप देखें, आप दावा कर रहे हैं कि 10 मरे हैं या 20 मरे हैं. Why is the Pakistan media not showing it? आप क्यों नहीं बता रहे हैं?
Raja,
why is the Pakistan
please don't show me. Don't show me on the screen.
What happened in Murid ke?
Why should I not show you on the screen?
I want to reply whatever General Bakshi has said before, so that I can move forward.
TLP के लोगों को. अब आप
What is your problem with General Bakshi now?
Arnab, would you allow me to talk about whatever General Bakshi has said?
Of course, I'll let you talk, but Raja, I'm telling you that you have the Pakistanis saying wherever Donald Trump tells us to go, we will go. We will send a corps to Gaza. We can't afford to do that. You do not have significant number of troops to send a corps to Gaza.
Bakshi, who hails from Indian military and Indian
windows, General
military,
Bakshi and Raja, I mentioned it to the
contributors of
producers.
United Nations troops for the peace purposes. And General Bakshi very well knows that Pakistan is another country that contributes highly for the peace purposes, for the United Nations troops, for the peace purposes. And if in this context, if Indian military is going there and Pakistan's military is going there and they require the troops from both of the countries together, I think for the sake of peace, we should go there. And that's how it should be, because 70,000 people have lost their lives in Gaza. They shouldn't be losing anymore. And yes, Pakistan and India's militaries, they can go together for the sake of peace. One point, and now coming to the second point, which General Bakshi very rightly pointed out earlier, which I wanted to reply. And that was related to Afghans. They fought against Soviets, they fought against Americans, but at the same time, he knows how did they fight. He knows that Pakistan's professional military and Pakistan's very professional intelligence services.
No,
they
forget all
had
of
a
this.
role
Forget
to
all
play
of this.
and
If
they
you're
did
talking
play
about the
a role.
professionalism
And
of
in
your
that,
army, Raja, a question on General Bakshi's behalf to you that I have is, when you have a long-standing relationship, when you have a long-standing relationship, Raja, just wait a minute. Raja, it's a serious question. We're not doing ventriloquism here. The question is, you have a long-standing relationship with the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, with the Daesh, right? You have a long-standing relationship with these groups because you have been, you have been working with them in the past.
No.
Okay,
We
one
never
minute.
worked with them.
One minute. You have been working with them in the past. You have been working with them in the past.
They became PTA.
Yeah, you were working with them in the past because you had a delusion. आप लोगों का एक तरह से इरशाद अहमद जी, जिसको सिंपल हिंदी में कहा जाता है, आप लोगों का दिमाग खराब हो गया था कि आपको लगा अफगान आपके नीचे काम करेंगे. अफगानिस्तान आपसे बड़ी देश है, उनकी मिलिट्री रिकॉर्ड आपसे बड़ी है. आप वो भी कह रहे हैं कि हम तो तालिबान के थ्रू हम शरिया लॉ लाएंगे, हम कंट्रोल करेंगे. It is more likely, General Bakshi, Afghanistan is saying they want to control half of Pakistan.
मैं ये कहूंगा, देखिए, जो कुछ आप सोच रहे हैं कि तालिबान से आप पता नहीं क्या करा देंगे पाकिस्तान का, आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए. पूरी दुनिया के मुमालिक गजा के लिए, फलस्तीन के लिए इकट्ठे हुए, मुस्लिम मुमालिक भी, दूसरे भी, यूरोपियन भी, तमाम. आपको किसी ने लिफ्ट क्यों नहीं कराई? क्योंकि उनको पता है कि इस शर्मंगेजी के पीछे, इजराइल के पीछे आप लोग थे. आप लोग तबाही करवा रहे थे वहां फलस्तीन में.
मगर इरशाद साहब, अभी आपके लोग कह रहे हैं कि आपकी आर्मी वहां पे, आपकी आर्मी गाजा जा रही है इजराइल के साथ हाथ मिलाकर, नेतन्याहू के नीचे, नेतन्याहू जी के लीडरशिप के नीचे आप गाजा में ट्रंप के लिए जो काम करने जा रहे हैं उसके बारे में भी हमें बताइए. क्या जो आप करने वाले हैं, वर्किंग अंडर द सुपरविजन ऑफ द मिलिट्री ऑफ द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स, डज इट हैव द अप्रूवल ऑफ द पीपल ऑफ पाकिस्तान?
मैं आपको आधे घंटे से सुन रहा हूं. मैं
आपका देश जल रहा है, आपको सुनना पड़ेगा. ये सब पीटीवी में थोड़ी डिस्कस करने वाले हैं.
आप भी चीखना शुरू हो गए, मेजर टूर भी बोलना शुरू हो गए. मुझे बोलने तो दो ना, बोलने तो दो. इतनी ताकत तो रखो कि आप दूसरे को सुनो. जब दूसरा आपको
आप कर क्या रहे हैं? पिछले 5 मिनट से आप बोले जा रहे हैं.
आपकी दहशत गर्दाना बातें सुनते हैं, जब आपकी गंदी सोच और घटिया सोच सुनते हैं, उसको सुनते हैं, तो हमारा सच भी सुना करें. आप पूरी दुनिया के लिए इस वक्त एक गटर बन गया है, शिट बन गया हिंदुस्तान.
Oh God, this is the language. You see, अभी मैं, I know, जनरल बख्शी, आप डील मत कीजिए. सबर नो.
आप वापस गटर में पहुंच गए हो.
ये जनरल बख्शी, आप
Arnab, can I just reply to this gentleman and his
you respond to Raja Faisal, not to Irshad.
अच्छा, एक मिनट.
Respond to Raja Faisal, not Irshad. Has lost his mind.
Absolutely. राजा फैजल ने, अच्छा इरशाद साहब, राजा फैजल ने कुछ पर्टिनेंट पॉइंट रेज किए, एक बड़ी ठहरी हुई लहजे में रेज किए. Therefore, I'd like to reply to him. India does not send troops to foreign countries except under the UN flag. So please forget it that we are going to contribute any troops to Gaza only if they are under the UN flag. We will not send it under the American military to operate against whether the Hamas or any other organization. It is your army which has agreed, your General Field Marshal Asim Munir, who has agreed to provide troops for Gaza, right? He's also agreed to provide troops for the protection of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I just asked your young major there, that boy, I asked him, you have got 9 corps. Which corps will you take out? If you take out the 12 corps from Quetta, the Baluchis and the Sindhis will be extremely grateful to you. If you take out 11 corps from Peshawar, the Pakhtuns will be extremely grateful to you, because you would have opened the field for them to carry out full-scale guerrilla operations. if you take out 10 core, right, quite obviously the people of POK who are in revolt will be grateful to you, right? Your 4 core and 30 core, आप लाहौर और सियालकोट खाली कर नहीं सकते. आप मुझे बताइए, तो आप भेजेंगे नहीं.
Focus about your border, about your course. Forget about from where
At
we
this
get
point
the
of the
forces.
debate, I would like to explain to you what is going on out here. If you give me a minute. General Bakshi in his intervention, General Bakshi, give me a moment. General Bakshi in his intervention started asking, आप कौन से कोर को कहाँ से खाली करोगे? Let me explain what he's saying here. You see, there's a problem of overcommitment. In trying to please the Americans, there is a strategic... Sir, allow me, I'm explaining to my viewers, and there are millions of viewers. I'm explaining to them in simple language. The analysis from the Indian point of view is that Pakistan has promised more than it can deliver to the Americans. One, they have landed in a mess by wanting to appear to be on part with the Americans in their war with Iran. Therefore, they lost with Iran. Then they have said that we will be part of a hostile development with Taliban over Bagram, given the strategic ambitions of Donald Trump. They made a mistake there. General Bakshi, being very good in war gaming, is asking the Pakistanis, Ki, where are you? You are committed that you will send forces in Gaza under the indirect leadership of Netanyahu. So the Israelis will be controlling your soldiers. Then on that base, because of that, a certain section of people, hardliners in Pakistan, are very unhappy. To control that, you are killing 200 people. At the same time, you are in a long war of attrition with the Afghans. And you are open both on the Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan side and you are open on the Baluchis side. You have your large parts of your landmass, 53%, which are vulnerable. You have a situation where you have committed troops there. Now, General Bakshi is asking a simple question, that where will you get all these troops from? It's a practical question. Just because it is coming from General Bakshi does not mean you... It's a question every Pakistani will ask tomorrow. कि भाई इतने लोग हैं आपके?
Arnab Saab, this is a hypothetical question.
Hypothetical है ही नहीं. General Bakshi is the world's leading wargaming expert. ये neutral analysis कर रहे हैं.
From where you have heard, we are sending a corps. We will send a corps to Saudi Arab.
आप सऊदी अरब को भी बोल रहे हैं, आप हमारे आर्मी को यूज करो. आप पाकिस्तान, आप अमेरिका को बोल रहे हैं, आप भी ले लो हमारी आर्मी. आप गाजा नेतन्याहू को बोल रहे हैं, आप भी ले लो. अरे इतनी आर्मी है ही नहीं आपकी. आप भेज दीजिए ना, हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम है, आप लाहौर कल पहुंच जाएंगे.
Okay, Arnab Saab, from
नहीं, आपने बोला आप सब जगह जाके चमचागिरी करने के लिए, आप चमचागिरी, because you are a global चमचा. आप है ग्लोबल चमचा. आप सबको बोल रहे हैं हमारे आर्मी को ले लो, हमारे न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब ले लो, हमारा ये है वो है. अरे कुछ नहीं है. यू ओनली एक्सपोर्ट डोंकीज टू चाइना. कहाँ से लाएंगे? जनरल बख्शी, यू टिकल देम नो एंड. You respond. Mr. Faisal understands.
General Bakshi.
No, I'm asking this soldier.
Soldier is why
I've asked this soldier.
At your question.
वो तो बाकी बेचारे सिविलियन हैं. आप, you are a soldier. Firstly, tell me which corps did you belong to? Which arm, which service?
अच्छा, one minute. Asking you a question.
Which arm, which service are you from? Nadeem, I'm asking you a straightforward question. We would like to understand.
He's from the veterinary unit.
Which corps are you?
He's from the veterinary unit. He always says he's from infantry. He's from the veterinary department of Pakistani Army.
You are in the illusion. I am asking a very simple question from you. From where you have heard that Pakistan is sending a
but chalo, you are a veterinary, renowned veterinary court doctor. आप खच्चरों का इलाज करते हैं, वो fine, that's fine. आप मुझे बताओ 9 कोर हैं आपके पास. No, just war game this with me. पाकिस्तान की फौज के पास 9 कोर हैं आज के दिन. आप कौन सा कोर उठा के गाजा भेजोगे? कौन सा कोर आप सऊदी अरेबिया भेजोगे? आप कह रहे हो दोनों जगह भेज सकते हैं.
और अफगानिस्तान बगराम के लिए भी, you forgot.
We know everything about
it. Against Iran also, to protect America from Iran.
This is a surprise. This will be a surprise for you. And
They have
we will
become an
send
army for hire.
inshallah to Saudi Arab
Samar,
and to
ये
other
gun for hire है.
whosoever have
सब जगह जाके
What I am asking is,
सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट में आपके लिए लड़ेंगे, आपके लिए लड़ेंगे और हमारे अपने लोगों को मारेंगे. अरे यो
Arnab, first they claim they are going to send their military to Gaza. When the TLP says that why are you joining hands with the Americans, they kill 200 of them. The Gaza plan is an American plan. So why are they double faced? आप hypocrite क्यों हो? आपके TLP आप ही के मुल्क की
मगर POK में इन्होंने लश्कर और जैश को भेज दिया क्योंकि इनका आर्मी बाकी नहीं है, खत्म है. They sent the जैश and the लश्कर to POK. I made that point 4 days back.
Under United Nations as a peacekeeping force. We will
you want to
definitely
give peace
go.
to the world. आपका POK क्या? Keep giving peace.
We are part of
Raja, it's a strategic question. Please give some sense.
part of Islamabad, just like you
Sir,
are.
you
part
please
of
do
Hindustan.
peacekeeping in your own
We
country
are
first.
part
First
of
handle your own country,
Islamabad.
Baba.
And
Before trying to save everyone.
if we are
Make a
asked
plan
You want to
so
save
bad.
Gaza. You want to save take over Bagram. You want to fight for army. You are saying wherever Donald Trump says we will go. What about your own country?
General Bakshi is asking, we will surprise him, right?
Pakistan is outstretched. You have gone berserk. Your field marshal has gone corrupt. He's gone against the state. He has sold Baluchistan for mining. And the BS of Americans coming into Baluchistan, he thinks the Baluchistan problem will be solved. Number two, your close relation with ISKP is the result of what Taliban is doing to you today.
Of course, he has been very active since
your
a year.
30 prisoners of war, the frontier
Since
court,
May 2025, I must say,
Raja.
he did not listen to India. He did not listen to the outcries of India. He kept on pushing India where India is right now. And of course, India is nowhere to be seen. Military diplomacy of Pakistan has been so successful that American president is being seen saying that yes, there is someone I really like, and that's Field Marshal. What else do you want to hear?
There's only one problem, Raja. There's only one problem, Raja. 1 minute. You have to understand, and I'll say this without any sarcasm, General Bakshi. You have to understand that you are a Pakistani and Donald Trump is an American. My president, my president, my president. Is there any self-respect you've got? You demean yourself. You only want Trump's approval. Your ISI, this Field Marshal Mullah Munir reports to Donald Trump. He does not give two hoots to Shehbaz Sharif. He reports directly to Washington. General Bakshi, and every day they are saying, our president, nahi hai aapke bhai. You are not from Cincinnati.
You know it better that they...
No, why have you got this inferiority complex, man?
Of course,
your country is burning.
They don't give two hoots to a country they don't want.
Let me...
That's what the reality
you see, the
is.
local...
Since 10 years, India was hand and glove with US.
Raja,
Now
1 second.
Raja, 1 minute.
Raja, at least you seem to be in a mood for a rational debate. No, listen to me. Listen to me, Raja. Let me give you a pertinent point. Listen, it may be useful to you, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that when the Americans want to get something out of you, one of their best tactics is they praise you to the skies. And you know, any brown or black kind of a country, you know, वो ये जो केले का छिलका है ना, इस पे बुरी तरह से फिसलते हैं. Please understand, वो तुम्हारा बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं, वो आपका इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं. आपके 2 कोर अगर उसने उठवा दिए और आपके क्वेटा में गदर हो गया, आप पेशावर में गदर हो गया, नहीं, किसकी नुकसान किसका होगा? मैं बड़ा सीधा सवाल पूछ रहा हूं और मैं आपको हिदायत दे रहा हूं कि अमेरिकन्स का टैक्टिक है आपको आसमान पे चढ़ाना, आपको प्रेज करना और आपका बेवकूफ बनाना. आपके देश के नुकसान होगा, आपके देश का नुकसान होगा अगर आप इस वक्त स्ट्रेच्ड हैं. इंटरनली आप स्ट्रेस्ड हैं, अगर आपको अपनी फौजें सऊदी अरेबिया भेजनी पड़ी, अगर आपको गाजा में
full team, 8 o'clock team, and everyone should be up
Let me
there.
be very frank. I'm talking to you
but
honestly.
we have a
like
very
a
long
soldier,
history
straightforward.
of dealing
We
with the
will be
Americans,
very
and we
happy.
know how to deal with them.
We
I think it
will
was
be-
India
you will
didn't
make
know
us very
that
happy.
how to deal with the
Indian
US,
armed
and for 10 years they have been dealing with them. Right after 10 years, they don't know where do they stand right now. May 2025 war was a lesson for India when they knew that before
stand
that, of
on
course,
our
Quad
own
was given to
2
them, and now
feet. Raja,
Quad
listen
is
to this. You have raised a very good question.
Nothing,
No, you have
nothing
raised a
else.
very good question. India stands on its own 2 feet. We do not bend down and lick boots.
Since
We do not
after May
polish boots of
2025, you are
people
doing
who are
that.
white,
And I'm
happen
glad.
to be of white color skin. For God's sake, I give full marks to Imran Khan for not wanting to bow before the अंग्रेजों के सामने, गोरों के सामने. लेकिन आपका आसिम मुनीर, आपके शहबाज शरीफ, वो तलवे चाटने को तैयार हैं. वो हिंदुस्तान नहीं है. ये फर्क आपको
Not at all,
समझ आ
sir.
गया?
It was Donald
हिंदुस्तान
Trump
नहीं है.
who
हमको
was
भी बड़ी
actually
तारीफों के पुल बांधे कि आप
commenting
चाइना
about
से बराबरी
Field
कर
Marshal of
सकते हैं,
Pakistan.
ये वो,
Field
ये
Marshal
हम
wasn't there, but
समझते
he
हैं.
was still highlighting.
Okay,
हम अपने मुल्क के जो
you know,
हमारी
things have become very bad between the Taliban and Pakistan.
बहुत prominent.
There is
Not at
no
all.
chance now anymore, Raja. You see, you have been using these Afghans. There were so many Afghans on your soil. You used to think you're going to use these Afghans, Raja, to get strategic depth, to influence what happens inside Afghanistan. Then you kept them there for 20 years. One day you told them all of them should get out. And they are the people who are very angry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not about the unilateral deportation of Afghans from Pakistani soil. Pakistan is being unable to control what it has created. It is not India which is taking advantage of the situation. It is the natural consequence of about 15 years of growing friction between the Pakistanis and the Afghans. I see this situation potentially become much bigger between a 3 to 6 month period. And on my next program, I'll tell you why. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we have a big event on our campus. It's the Republic Bharat Conclave, India's #1 Hindi news channel, with the biggest debates, lots of newsmakers, and on an evening show tomorrow, we'll be running full clips of that event between 8 to 10. We may even go live. So don't forget to tune in. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिर्फ जलजीरा